From starting with carrying just a little knife to eventually chopping people up with a meat cleaver, Bella Ramsey displayed one hell of a range as Ellie, which is exactly why it would suck to replace her in the future. And the good news is, the creators know just that. So, beat the drums and shake the tambourines because it's official, Bella Ramsey isn't going anywhere. To the naysayers who were sure that the British actor was going to be recast for the second season of The Last of Us, you were wrong. Don't look at me. Neil Druckmann said it. The co-creator of the hit HBO show revealed that their pick for Ellie was always Bella, and there's no way they're changing that now. He said that the only way they'd let Ramsey go for another actor would be if she quit herself. Hell, not even then. Neil said he'd probably force the Brit to stay on the show even if she ever tried to leave willingly. They know the gem they got on their hands, don't they? Let's also give it up to the creators for appreciating their actors here, shall we? Because in the current climate, I wouldn't be surprised if I heard Liam Hemsworth would play Ellie in Season 2. Just hear what co-creator Craig Mazin had to say about the casting choice for Ellie. This man was so sure no one could do it better than Bella. He said he knew if they couldn't get her to play Ellie, he'd go to his grave knowing they could have made a better show than they did. And I mean, he was right. The show just wouldn't be what it is without her. But if the creators are so sure about sticking to Ramsey, here's what I'm thinking. Who even wants a recast? No, seriously, who among us would want someone else to share the screen with Pedro Pascal? Apparently, there are quite a few people. The main question the fans had was, how are they going to deal with the time jump? Because, as you know, Season 2 will feature a 5-year time jump into the future, just as the second installment of the game did. The fans of the games are worried that Bella will look younger than she's supposed to, but Mazin has something to say about that. He pointed out Ramsey is currently 19. That's actually how old the Ellie of the second game is supposed to be. So yeah, she's been playing a character younger than her age, and she's just the right age to play the older version of her. The reason we're convinced she's 14 is because that's how damn good she is at acting. With just the right makeup, hair, and costume, you bet she'll play the hell out of a 19-year-old Ellie. And let's be real for a second here. It's not like everybody was happy about Bella being cast in the show at all. Remember? Perhaps because of the animated version of the character that the gamers were familiar with, many of them thought casting Bella was a mistake because she didn't look the part. I mean, if she can crush the doubts once, she can do it twice. But here's the thing, the age question isn't the only one. There are other concerns. If you've played the games, then you know that the Ellie that's waiting for us in Season 2 is vastly different from what we've seen of her so far. She's basically a cold-blooded murderer. She's violent. She's aggressive. You rub her the wrong way, and you're meeting your maker. Now, the gamers are afraid that Bella might not be able to embody that sort of violence, because like most of the first season of the show, Ellie was leaning on Joel for protection, and she wasn't very good with weapons and the whole killing people business. Listen, if you have your doubts about this, let Episode 8 introduce itself. Let David's dismembered finger speak for itself. Forget everything. Is his minced flesh a joke to you? Sure, Ellie didn't want to hurt people for most of the show, but that's because she didn't really need to. When the time called for it, she activated the living daylight out of combat mode. And what's important here is that Bella did a terrific job at displaying that shift in character. The Ellie that was mindlessly chopping up her enemy, he deserved it by the way, was wildly different from the Ellie of the previous episodes. That scene was truly haunting, man. Wigs were snatched, bumps were goosed. So yeah, let's stop doubting what Ramsey can do. Anyway, all this Bella talk, has anyone even asked her what she wants? Yes, and it's good news. It's awesome how Neil won't have to force her to stay because she doesn't want to go anywhere at all. The 19-year-old revealed when it all began, it was hard for her to imagine herself as Ellie. She didn't believe that she'd do the role justice, that she could become her. But all of that's in the past. Now, not only is she comfortable playing Ellie, she absolutely loves it. So much so that she had withdrawal symptoms when she came back home after finishing the filming for season 1. She said she'll stay with The Last of Us, and not just for season 2, but for however many seasons they want to make. As she put it, season 2 is only the beginning. It's good to know Bella's on board, because Lord knows season 2 would be bland without her. In fact, she's more important for the second season than she was for the first. Wait, I'll explain. Look, season 1 raised the bar unbelievably high when it comes to the chemistry between the lead characters, and it helps to know that the actors have a strong bond behind the scenes as well. Now, this chemistry is going to be very important if season 2's planning to play without emotions as the second game did. So at the end of season 1, after all they went through together, Joel ended up lying to her about the thing that mattered the most to her. He told her the surgery failed, when really he went on a killing spree to save Ellie. If that was a spoiler for you, how's life under that rock? This lying will have consequences for Joel in season 2, and these consequences will be very sad to witness. Oh, and there will be a buff girl called Abby and a golf club that will not be used to play golf. That's all I'm gonna say. Alright, no spoilers for the non-gamers. So yeah, they just can't pull that off with any other actors now, fortunately. Damn, makes you want to watch the second season already, doesn't it? So, when can we expect it? There's still time, folks. The only thing worse than finishing a great season is having to wait for ages for the next. And yeah, I mean, we've got to be patient for season 2. The good news is that they've already started working on the next season. The script is cooking up as we speak, but considering that the first season took 200 days to finish filming, you can be sure that the second will take just as long, if not longer, to film. And that was just the filming. It took months to edit and add the effects to the show. Overall, The Last of Us took 18 months to reach the screens. Come on then, do the math. If they start filming in mid-March, how long is that going to take them? Yeah, we're looking at a mid-2024 release if things go just the way they did for season 1. Oh well, whenever it comes out, I think we can trust the creators that will put together a banger of a season. And that was all you needed to know about Bella Ramsey reprising her role in season 2.